प्रभास जी, हमने सुना है कि मिस्टर अमिताभ बच्चन नरेटर हैं, तो what would you say about and what's your feeling?
So it was like great. You're talking about the voiceover which he gave? Yeah, it was like everybody loves his voice, and I spoke to him and I sent him a letter, like sweetly he gave the voice, and I'm very, very grateful. So it's a very important dialogue, I think, in the film. It starts with his dialogue and ends with his dialogue. So I'm very grateful. We are all grateful to him for giving his voice.
भूषण जी जी, मेरा सवाल आपसे है। अभी तो सिनेमा के गंगूबाई के बाद अच्छे दिन आ ही गए, लेकिन मुझे अच्छी तरह से याद है कि जब सूर्यवंशी के बाद June releasing a day after tomorrow, then we have Radheshyam. So I hope people will come to theaters and enjoy the films on a big screen.
हेलो। मेरा नाम आरती सक्सेना है और मेरा सवाल मतलब प्रभास जी से है कि
फिल्मी चर्चा। हेलो। 3-4 सालों से बहुत सारा फर्क देखने को मिला है हमें। पहले ऑडियंस की नजर में होता था ये टॉलीवुड एक्टर, ये बॉलीवुड एक्टर, ये टॉलीवुड फिल्म, ये बॉलीवुड फिल्म, लेकिन मेकर्स एफर्ट डाल रहे हैं अब इंडियन सिनेमा और इंडियन एक्टर की मतलब
Hindi languages. So now we are becoming Indian cinema, and it will take like 5 years where everybody are experimenting in films. So like Telugu songs, Hindi song, Bahubali or RR, or every film we are all trying to reach Indian audience. It takes another 5 years, I think, because every day it's an experiment. It's going to be, we're going to be
that now the Hindi audience basically has a perception that you are going to come in Hindi theaters only for action films. So would you want to change that perception? And the second question is to Pooja. That Pooja, we have seen all the romance when it comes to the women in the film. So do you also want to come to the action side of it?
First, should I or you?
No, Prabhas, please go ahead.
So, So, not dishum, but we have action. Like you can see the visuals and all. So yeah, I don't want the audience to get bored of me, so I want to try something.
I honestly think that Hindi has seen love stories, and we have some iconic love stories with DDL, and growing up I've seen that, I've loved it, and I hope that through my choices in my films I could probably inspire another little Pooja. So I hope that happens very soon, and it will. Just give me a few months for my next announcement.
Bhushan also.
Yeah, maybe, I don't remember.
I don't know. Pooja, if कभी आपने कुछ अभी इस तरह से किया है शायद कॉलेज डेज में या कभी किसी
फिल्म में, तो definitely we did some, maybe I saw Pooja's hand in the film.
भूषण जी, आपसे जानना चाहेंगे जी, कभी
the people and like around his friends, he is actually a fun person and very jovial is what I would say. So that's what people don't know.
Hi Prabhas. Hi. Faridun from Bollywood Hangama. Congratulations for the promo. I think it's looking outstanding. My question to you is that we are witnessing, I think, a superb change in a way. That the mainstreaming of South cinema, I think it's a beautiful experience for almost everyone. It's no more considered as regional cinema, and the way, in a way, it's like a benchmark in terms of be it box office, be it technical acumen as well as writing. Do you think this change had to come one way or the other, because it's truly spectacular as well?
Yeah, it should come, I feel. Maybe it started with Bahubali or with Rajmouli or whoever, but I think we should make an Indian film. It's time, and it has come, I think. Yeah.
And do you think Radheshyam is one film that can truly go maybe all across, because the theme is truly universal with.
Yeah, the theme which I select, like I try to make, everybody are trying to make Indian films, north, south, east, west. So we tried to make Indian film. So it is an Indian film. It's like love, destiny, faith. Everybody believes in it, or around the country, around.
BP News channel.
Now Pushpa. Now we we are getting closer to make Indian films more and more. Like maybe a year in future, we might release some 50 Indian films. So that's very good sign. We are going to become the India's world's one of the biggest industries once it happens.
Hi, Prabhas. Hello. Hi, Prabhas. Neha this side from Astak.
We had a small plan, but I don't know. When it happens, we'll let you know.
Hi, Prabhas this side, center.
Hi.
So this film is kind of different than your films which we have watched. According to you, what do you think what will attract your audience the most? Is it the you being in the film, or is it the story? What will attract the most to your fans?
Any stars. I don't want to talk about any other star or the director.
राइट एंड एक डायलॉग है फिल्म में कि प्यार को लेकर आपका प्रेडिक्शन इस बार गलत है. वेल कितनी बार ऐसा हुआ है कि प्यार को लेकर आपका प्रेडिक्शन गलत हुआ है रियल लाइफ में?
बहुत बार हुआ है. दैट्स व्हाई आई डिडंट गेट मैरिड आई थिंक.
एंड पूजा, आपसे एक सवाल ये है कि वी नो यू आर वेरी वर्सेटाइल इन टर्म्स ऑफ एक्टिंग, बट टॉकिंग
टुडे इवन दो द फिल्म इज सेट इन आई वुड से 80s 70s, yeah, in that era. So I'm very excited because I hope you'll like what I have done with the role. It has been, like I said, one of my most challenging roles, and on such a big scale. I hope you'll love it. Yeah.
Pooja, hi. Prashant this side.
It's, I want to be challenged as an actor more than anything, besides doing the commercial films also, which I am. And this is like the perfect amalgamation of both, I would say, because, there's a scope for performance and it's a commercial film at the same time. So I hope you like it. And I hope I keep working with superstars and, they...
और उन्होंने क्या अपनी स्टारडम कितनी रबाफ की आपके साथ?
I think the challenge has been with his fans, because they are so passionate about him, the darling fans, that if there was no update coming from the team, they used to bombard me on my Instagram and my
Actually, I shouldn't say this. It's very pompous to say this. But when I actually saw the first cut, I told Radha, I call him India's James Cameron. I don't want to break all the Q factor of the film. That's what I genuinely felt. So it posed me a huge challenge. See, again, it's a love story. Titanic was also a love story. Comparisons are going to come, but don't compare it. I'm saying this is more of a La La Land, I would say. 70 years of India's cinematic history, and it's that just in the last 20 years we just forgotten. If you put together Tamil cinema, Telugu cinema, Malayalam cinema put together, it's much bigger than Hindi cinema. We just didn't know about it. Their overseas openings in the only one country. If you look at Europe, you only talk about UK, French cinema, Polish cinema, a little bit of other language cinema. But when we talk about India is bigger than Europe, and the number of industries that we have is more than 15. As in industries that is working is more than 15. Europe doesn't have that kind of numbers, and so because we have our own stories, our own language, our own literature. So Radheshyam come from the core of Indian cinema. So even if you see visuals of that kind, and because the film is set in Europe, because that's what's done in the last 2.5 years.
Hi. Oh. Yeah, the second part of the question was very interesting. I want to know the answer.
What was the second part of the question? See, I never knew there, and they worked day in, day out, and they made it happen. And I see they are very, Prabhas, especially to talk about Prabhas, he's very concerned how he's reaching out, There is, look at him as an actor who is identified with, this is wrong, treat me like the character that I am.
And that's, again goes back to one of the things that he said. I can only give an opening. The film runs or don't run is because of my character worked, or the director worked, the story worked. It's because of that. And Pushpa is a perfect example of that. And they are actors who give themselves.
जब आपकी फिल्म में हीरो का नाम विक्रमादित्य है, हीरोइन का नाम प्रेरणा है, बट फिल्म का नाम राधेश्याम कैसे रखा, क्यों रखा?